We'd like to welcome you to, I guess we'll call it a winter concert, not out of some sense of political correctness, but because this is really more of a kind of display about what the kids have worked on the whole first semester, especially with this group. We are doing a few Christmas songs tonight, especially with the older kids, but this kind of gives you an idea. If you have a student up here in 5th or 6th grade, I'm going to brag on them. I'm sure it won't help them clean up their room or anything later. But it's just what I see. This is an exceptionally sharp bunch of kids, and I think you'll see it as we progress through these songs. We'll start out with some things that are relatively simple and build up to kind of where they are right now. The first one, we always say this is kind of a rite of passage. Every kid beginning band has to play this. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'll bet you can actually guess. Real quickly, we start to move into some things where they have different sections have different parts, and you'll be able to hear part of that. This next song is hasn't got anything to do with Seward County, but it's called "When the Saints Go Marching In." Now, for an agricultural area, well, we thought we would kind of pay a little tribute here. This next song is called, it's actually in the book, it's called Old MacDonald Had a Band, but for us folks here, it's called Old MacDonald Had a Farm, okay? And there's no pig noises or anything like that. In the business, we call this getting some face time. If you have a student up here that's sitting on the front row, unless they're hidden behind a music stand, they get lots of face time. Everybody gets to see them. But if they're sitting toward the back, it's like this. So we're gonna have each group stand so that at least their grandmas and aunts and uncles and whoever drove in here from Anaheim or wherever can see them, okay? The front row, would you please stand? These are our low woodwind, flute, and clarinet players. Give them a big hand, please. Thank you. On the next row are our trumpets, our mighty, mighty trumpets, and our saxophone players. Would you guys stand up, please? You young people won't remember this, but some of you guys will. Remember that old lady that used to say, "Where's the beef?" Some of you guys might remember that. Well, here's where the beef is. This is all our low brass players. And bass player, keyboard, would you guys stand up? There's the beef right there. And of course, standing up all the time where you can see them, are the drummers. Now, this next number that these guys are going to play, after I get my book moved, is a song that a couple of years ago we had this band play for a contest in April. This group moves very quickly, and all of a sudden they go from playing these little kiddie things to a lot more serious things. And I don't know how familiar any of you are with what beginning bands do, but these kids surprise me every day. So this next thing is actually a second semester contest piece called Beethoven's Night. If you give us just a second, we need to make a couple of adjustments up here on this next song. The last number, one of the high school students told me years and years ago, they used to play this song called The Lost City, and they said, "Hey, Mr. Smith, can we play The Lost City?" This was been a couple, 3 years ago. Oh, yeah, right, whatever, kid. They kept saying, "Mr. Smith, this song is really cool. Can we play The Lost City?" I went, yeah, whatever, kid. So I was looking through the file cabinets down there, and I come across the music to this song called The Lost City. I thought, there it is. So I looked at it. I thought it looked pretty good, and it actually turned out to be a great piece. So good job, Miss Walker. You picked out some good music there. Okay, so we're going to do The Lost City. one of our bass players didn't show tonight, so I'm going to set in for him on this song. All right? And the lovely and talented Mrs. Daniel Minton was going to direct this. So give us just a second and we'll do this. Give these guys just a second to get their stuff put up before we move on, so thank you for being patient. Now we had to import some elves, and they showed up, and they actually know how to sing. But all bad humor aside, the way our schedule worked at the high school this year, we really weren't able to have a vocal music class. So these girls got together kind of on their own, and with the help of, might I add, some of our amazing staff at the high school, I want to personally thank, and I'll leave somebody out, and if I do, I apologize. First of all, Miss Duty, Miss Williams, Mr. Glenn, Coach Witt, all these people let us, who else? And Miss Banning, absolutely. I told you I'd forget somebody, they think for me. It works every time. They were so helpful in letting us kind of get together to do this. So I hope you enjoy this. Our little Christmas elves are going to sing the Christmas song by Melchor Mack. Give these girls a big hand because they found this goodness on their own. Thank you, ladies. Nice job. Thank you very much. All joking aside, this young lady is one of the most naturally gifted musicians I've ever been around. She's a delight to work with. She's smart. She's just great to work with, and I love listening to her play. This is Olivia De Leon, and she's going to be playing Joy to the World. I told you they have to think for me. we're looking for some things to do on this concert that are a little different. And this is a little different. This is a sax trio with Daisy Fabella on the baritone sax, and Raina Wall on the tenor, and Katie Olson on the alto, or as we refer to them in the sax world.
Mama bear, Papa bear, baby bear, my microphone, right? All right? Thank you.
Get on a different mic so you can hear me because the other one died. I would like to acknowledge a young lady who has accomplished a tremendous feat. And I'd like for you to give her a really big round of applause. For the second year in a row, and this first time, and all the time I've thought I've ever had that happen, for the second year in a row, Raina Wall was selected to the Oklahoma All-State Choir. Would you please give her a huge hand for that? Give us just a couple of minutes to get the high school band set up and we'll get going. Thank you. Okay, I've been looking forward to this all evening. This is the first time that we've done what we refer to as a percussion feature. We have some really fine drummers back here. We're going to let them show off for you a little bit. So if we can get the drummers to come up front where we can actually see their faces. And then Jimmy is going to introduce this song. Hey.
Boombox by Alan Cowan. You guys are lucky you heard the finished product. You should have heard when they were working on it. As anybody that's ever had a conversation with me knows, my hat is really off to these people on this stage. These guys show up for everything they need to show up for. They support our football team. They're there all the time. They have always come through every time. If you have a child on this stage, I'm here to tell you, this is the finest group of kids I've ever been around. I say that every year, but that's what this school's about. These kids are the finest kids, and I've been around a lot of them I've ever been around. Before they even get started, would you please give them a hand of appreciation? Thank you. They paid me $5 a head to do that. This first song we're going to play is called Christmas Variations. we've played a few kind of bombastic things, and this next song, not like that at all. This is an arrangement of the Dona Nobis Pacem called Canon. Before we do our last number, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. It's a busy time of year. I know y'all have a lot to do, a lot of things going on. We appreciate you making time to be here. I would like to once again thank our tremendous staff at Tyrone Schools, Mr. Bell, Mr. Smith, the school board. These people have supported us so much, and what you see up here is to a very large extent because of what they do behind the scenes. So thank you again and again. Thank you, parents. We'd like to dedicate this last song to our school, to our football, basketball, softball, track, you name it, teams, our cheerleaders, our band, everybody, our teachers in the classroom. This is an old Journey tune. When they say they don't write songs like this anymore, you're right, they don't. This is called Don't Stop Believing. Thank you so much. Please be careful going home. Thank you again for coming out. We'll see you when we get back.